Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Aiza Freelancing Valley, and I am a level 1 student at Rahat School, Islamabad campus of River today. Our new Maya. So, um, I'm Maya. So today,
Hiya.
okay, Maya. So today, my topic is what are renewable energy sources. So, are you ready for my session?
Yeah, let's do it. Renewable energy, good topic. Basically, we're talking about power that comes from sources that naturally replenish themselves, right? Unlike fossil fuels, which we're going to run out of eventually. What about renewable energy specifically are you curious about?
Okay, so Maya, my first question is from you. Please tell me what are renewable energy sources?
So, the big ones you hear about are solar, that's sunlight converted into electricity, wind, which uses wind turbines, and hydropower, that's dams using water flow. Then there's geothermal, which taps into heat from inside the earth, and biomass that uses organic matter like wood or crops. And also, you've got things like tidal energy using ocean tides and wave energy, which is still pretty early in development. Does that get you started?
Okay, so my next question is from you. Please tell me why are renewable energy sources important?
Hmm. I think you might have gotten cut off there. I didn't quite catch what you were asking about sending via video. Can you clarify that a bit? Ah, okay. I think I understand now. Renewable energy sources themselves aren't exactly imported, but the technology to make them, like solar panels and wind turbines, often gets manufactured in other countries. For example, a lot of solar panels come from China. Germany is a big name in wind tech, and some geothermal components get made in places like Italy. It's more about importing the products rather than the energy itself, since wind, sunlight, geothermal heat, they're everywhere, right? Does that make sense?
My next question is from you. Please tell me what is solar energy? Answer.
Um, you're asking about solid and earthy. I'm guessing you mean geothermal energy. It's heat from within the earth. That heat comes from molten rock deep underground and it heats up nearby water. We tap into that hot water, sometimes as steam, sometimes as hot water directly, and use it to spin turbines that create electricity. It's pretty cool because it's always there, unlike solar or wind, which can be inconsistent depending on the weather. Did I get what you were asking about?
Now my question is from you. Please tell me how does wind energy work? Answer.
Wind energy works by using wind turbines, right? The wind catches those big blades, kind of like airplane wings, and makes them spin. That spinning motion turns a generator inside the turbine, which creates electricity. The stronger the wind, the faster the blades spin, and the more electricity gets made. They're usually grouped together in wind farms to maximize energy production. The location is key. Windy spots like coastlines and open plains work best.
My next question is from you. Please tell me what is hydropower energy? Answer.
I'm not quite sure I understood that. Did you say high droplet energy? Is that hydropower you're thinking about? Hydropower uses the energy of falling water from rivers or dams to spin turbines and generate electricity. So, water at a higher elevation has more potential energy that gets converted to motion. Is that what you were asking about, or was it something else?
My next question is from you. Please tell me, Maya, what is geothermal energy?
I'm not following what go travel analogy means. Could you try rephrasing your question? It sounds like you're asking me something about how something travels, but I'm not sure it could be.
Again, repeat my question. Maya, my question is what is biomass energy? Answer.
Right. Sorry about that. Biomass energy comes from organic matter, basically anything that grows or used to grow. Think wood, crops like corn and sugarcane, even agricultural waste or manure. You can burn it directly for heat into biofuels like ethanol and biodiesel for transportation. It's considered renewable because new organic matter can grow to replace what's used, but it's not always totally carbon neutral because of the burning process.
My next question is from you. What is renewable energy better for the environment?
Hi, Sandy's from Germany. It's nice to meet you. And yes, I definitely want to learn more about whatever you're curious about. I can handle pretty much any topic. What were you hoping to ask me?
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me how does solar power produce electricity?
Hi, Vasilkish from UP. Okay, let's talk about how solar power works. Basically, solar panels are made of special materials, usually silicon, that create an electric current when sunlight hits them. This is called the photovoltaic effect. Think of it like tiny particles of light, knocking electrons loose in the silicon and creating electricity. And then that electricity gets converted to usable power for homes and businesses. Pretty neat, right?
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me what are solar panels?
Okay. I'm not sure what you're asking exactly when you say, do we got our solar panels? Are you asking where people typically get their solar panels from? Or are you asking about installing them? Tell me what you're thinking and I can give you more information. Solar panels are basically made up of lots of smaller units called solar cells. These cells are usually made from silicon, the same stuff used in computer chips. When sunlight hits these cells, it creates electricity. These cells are grouped together and packaged inside a protective frame with a glass cover. That's your solar panel. You can then put panels together to make larger solar arrays, which can power homes, businesses, or even entire communities.
Yeah, my next question is from you. Please tell me how do wind turbines generate electricity?
I'm not sure if I caught that right. You said how to intervene and generate electricity that not been money on. I think maybe you meant something else? Were you asking how we intervene in something to create electricity? Like, how do we actually build power plants or turbines or whatever? Or maybe about something else entirely? If you can try to rephrase it, I'd be happy to help.
Yeah, my next question is from you. Please tell me which countries use the most renewable energy.
Let me just check the numbers. One sec. Okay, so several countries are pretty far ahead when it comes to renewable energy. Some nations like DR, Congo, Somalia, and Liberia generate almost all their electricity from renewables, particularly hydropower. And Iceland and Norway are practically running entirely on renewable sources too. If you're looking at overall production, though, China's the biggest producer, followed by the US, Brazil, Canada, and India. There's quite a bit of variation, though, depending on if we're looking at percentage of their total energy versus total production.
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me, can renewable energy replace fossil fuel?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? The short answer is yes, eventually. Technically, renewable energy sources like solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, etc., could replace fossil fuels completely. The catch is scaling it up enough to meet global demand and then also dealing with reliability. When the sun isn't shining or the wind isn't blowing, you need storage solutions like batteries or hydropower. Plus, there's a lot of work to be done in upgrading our grid systems to handle renewables better. But technologically, we have solutions developing all the time. We're not there yet, but it's definitely possible to transition away from fossil fuels.
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me, what are the advantages of renewable energy?
You mean what are the advantages or benefits? They the big ones are pretty straightforward. Cleaner air because they don't release pollutants like coal and oil, creating fewer greenhouse gases, which helps fight climate change. They're sustainable, so we won't run out of them. And they can boost economies with new jobs in manufacturing. Then there's energy independence. Countries relying on renewable sources are less vulnerable to global price changes. Is that what you meant by factors?
My next question is from you. Please tell me, what are the disadvantages of renewable energy? Answer.
I'm ready. What's your next question?
Is from you. Please answer me. How does water create electricity in terms?
So, when it comes to making electricity with water, there are two main ways: hydropower and wave tidal energy. Hydropower uses the force of moving water, like from a dam or a river, to spin turbines that generate electricity. That's the more common method you see. Wave and tidal energy use the constant motion of ocean waves or tides to do the same thing. That technology is still being developed. Either way, it's taking mechanical energy from the water's movement and turning it into electricity.
My next question is from you. Please tell me, what is a farm?
I'm not quite catching what you mean by a bit more fun. Were you asking me to make this conversation more engaging, like tell some jokes or something? Or were you asking about a specific type of renewable energy that's particularly interesting? Maybe you got cut off mid sentence? Okay, no
So,
worries.
Maya, my next
Take your
question
time to.
is from you. Please tell me, what is a solar farm?
A solar farm is like a big field covered in solar panels, but instead of growing crops, they're generating electricity. Thousands of panels get arranged together in large arrays to capture as much sunlight as possible. Then that electricity is fed into the grid to power homes and businesses. They can be pretty large. Some farms stretch for miles and are usually built in areas with lots of sunshine and open space. Think of it like a power plant, but instead of burning fuel, it's collecting solar energy.
Okay, so Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me, how does geothermal heat come from the earth? Answer me, Maya.
Hi, Susan Nisram. Nice to meet you. I'm not sure what you meant by check me out as Goldaram. Could you clarify that? And when you said he comes from the earth, what was the question there? I'm happy to answer, but just need to understand what you're asking. Okay, take your time figuring out your question. I'm here when you're ready.
My next question is from you. Please tell me why is renewable energy called clean energy?
That's a great question. Renewable energy gets called clean energy because it doesn't produce harmful emissions like pollution or greenhouse gases. Fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas release those pollutants when they're burned, which hurt the air and contribute to climate change. But solar, wind, hydro, geothermal, those don't do that when they're making electricity. They don't contaminate the air or water, so they're considered cleaner for the environment.
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me how does renewable energy reduce pollution? Answer me, Maya. I'm waiting for your answer.
It's actually a really smart question. Seems like a bit of a contradiction, right? Most renewable energy sources don't actually create pollution while they're making electricity. That's the whole point. But there is some pollution associated with their manufacturing and transportation. For example, making needs certain materials. Producing wind turbines require sometimes come from mining, and that mining can the amount is way, way lower than from fossil fuels, but it's not zero. Does that make sense?
Okay, so
Still with me? You can tell me if you want to
you,
ask some.
please tell me what is the difference between renewable and non-renewable energy?
Sounds like you meant non-renewable energy instead of non-reliable. The biggest difference is that renewable energy comes from sources that naturally replenish, like sunlight, wind, water. They won't run out. Non-renewable energy like coal, oil, and natural gas are finite. There's only a limited supply. Burning non-renewables also releases harmful pollution that renewable sources don't. So they're generally much cleaner for the planet.
My next question is from you. Please tell me how can homes use solar energy? And
This is a bit unclear. Are you asking me how you can find my app or something? Or maybe you're traveling and need directions? If you're looking for Sesame, our website is sesame.com, where you can download the app. Are you trying to find me in a certain city?
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me what are the costs of installing renewable energy systems? Please give me.
Just grabbing some current estimates. Okay, I'm seeing a pretty wide range of costs here. So for solar in Pakistan, a 3 kilowatt system could run you between 500,000 and run 1,000 Pakistani rupees, and a bigger 10 kilowatt system could be between 1.5 and 3 million rupees. Wind turbines are generally in the 200 to 5 million rupee range, depending on size projects. Even small ones can get expensive pretty quick, like over 8 million rupees for one project. It really depends on how much power you need and what type of system you choose.
Maya, my next question is from you. Please tell me how does renewable energy help fight climate change? Answer me, Maya.
Renewable energy is one of the biggest weapons we have against climate change. Here's how fossil fuels release greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide when they're burned, right? Those gases trap heat in the atmosphere and warm the planet, causing all the climate stuff we're dealing with. Renewable sources like solar and wind don't do that. They create electricity without those harmful emissions. So, switching to renewables helps lower our carbon footprint and slow down global warming. It's a huge part of the solution.
I have ended this session, so please give me last advice to my viewers.
All right, here's some advice for your viewers. Be curious, keep learning about how the world works, and don't be afraid to ask questions, even the ones that seem simple. Renewable energy is a big topic, but it's one worth understanding because it impacts all of us. Thanks for asking such great questions today.
And this is Maya. Thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan, Zindabad. Allah Hafiz. Thank you.